My phone's making record.
Okay, pull up OBS.
Somebody's sending me messages. Okay, so our stream must be.
Hold on.
Really, really bad. Let me go get my phone and see who's sending me a message. They're probably telling me it's not going through.
We shall see, guys. If the weather's moving in, we're just giving this a shot to see if we can do it. You know, I mean, it is one of them things. We've had to create a new stream. Let's just see here. The router.
Rachel said they could hear us, but I hear you see the thumbnail. Okay, let's see. All right, take 2.
Okay, let's try this again.
Do y'all see us right now? Do you hear us? They're back. Are we back? We were the ones missing a while ago.
Okay, it says you're back.
Thank you. All right.
I am here. Everybody says they're there, but how about us?
All right, so I see Sharon Salting Cracker. Hey, I like that name.
I like that name.
Florida Homesteader Gemini, Time Dreamer.
I see you. Okay, they're telling I see you. Okay.
I Am a Me, Kiss My Grass.
Good deal.
Hardnack, Georgia Garden Girl, Wayne Kerr. We got a lot of people coming in.
Lots of people coming in.
So maybe everybody will find us this time.
Maybe this time around, everything will work out real good.
Okay, so I'm working on my tea.
Her tea.
Taquino.
Taquino tea and her homemade muffins.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I mean, I just get this right here. Plain old water. That's all I ever drink. Just water.
Yeah. Mine is Taquino. Let's see where the light's hitting it. Okay.
Be still.
Okay, there it is.
It's never going to do anything till you be still.
This is mocha chocolate from Taquino. It is organic herbal tea. It's a roasted herbal tea. And it has in it carob, barley, chicory. Is that maca, M-A-C-A? Maca?
Maca, whatever.
Ramon?
I can't see that.
R-A-M-O-N.
Ramon.
Ramon seeds?
Ramon.
I don't know. Chocolate flavored cocoa, chili flakes. And this is, Danny loves Taquino, but he likes the vanilla nut, I guess is the one.
Yeah.
But I'm trying all kinds. They have coffees and teas. And so I became an affiliate for them, and I drink lots of their teas. And this is kind of like a chocolate mint. It's kind of, it's really good.
Yeah, we know we're buffering. There's nothing we can do about it. We got weather moving in, and it's one of them bad deals, guys. It's just not good. Right now, there's so many people home, so many people on the internet, that we're lucky if we even have internet.
So, there's Dry Gulch and Mari and...
Hello, everybody.
Dawn from Mississippi Girl Gardening finally made alive. All right, another Mississippi.
Wow. That's a mouthful there.
Country Homestead Preacher. So we got a lot of our people in here.
A lot of good people.
And so, what you been going on?
What's been going on? We have been busting our tails all day long, all week long, as a matter of fact. Whenever they told us we had to shelter in place starting 5 o'clock Friday afternoon, we knew that if we needed anything, we better get it. So we actually made a run to town. We went to the hardware store. Picked up a few things.
The hardware store. You know, we talked to them. They're an essential business. They're
an essential business.
For now.
Right now, they get to stay open. Yeah.
And we asked them, said, you know, are you going to make just 10 people come in the store? And the guy laughed and he says, we hardly ever have but 10 people in the store. And Danny looked at him, he says, you have 10 employees in the store.
I said, yeah, you like to send some of your employees home so you can have somebody to come in. I said, so that you can make money, not have to pay money out.
It was funny because they do have a lot of employees and they're a very busy store. And when we were in there, there's probably, 20 people?
There's probably at least 20 in there when we were
not counting the employees.
Not counting the employees, yeah. And nobody, literally, me and Wanda was the only people with gloves on. Nobody was
In a mask.
In a mask. Nobody had gloves on. Everybody was touching everything. Everybody was shaking hands. They wasn't paying no attention to nothing. Nowhere in our town we went was anybody doing anything. So it was just like, wow.
Yeah, nobody's been paying any attention. But now our town doesn't have any reported cases at all. But when you talk to people, they know people that has it that's in the county, but they're not reported in the county. So go figure.
Okay. Chris Pendleton says, I'm from Ellisville. I'm looking for sweet potato slips and or seeds. Or there is no seed for
any
sweet potatoes.
Suggestion?
I was looking for seeds too, I suppose.
Yes.
Well, we normally ship them out, but what happens is the state of Mississippi's passed laws that prohibits us from being able to ship sweet potato slips now because
we just found that out.
We just found that out yesterday. Well, actually, a couple of days ago. They have to be in bundles of 50 or bundles of 100, and they have to be state inspected and all this kind of stuff before we can legally ship them out anywhere. It don't matter if they're in Mississippi or anywhere else. So that kind of sucks. You know, I mean, it really aggravates.
We really thought we would send it out. Most people only want 10 to 15 to 20.
Right.
25 at the most. Most people are not looking for 50 to 200 sweet potato slips. And we've been sending them out like the last couple of years, but we found out we can't do it.
Can't do it anymore.
So Danny has a book that's on our Etsy store.
I do.
Telling you how to do sweet potato slips.
It's all about sweet potatoes.
We have a whole playlist. It's called the Sweet Potato Playlist. I don't forget what the playlist, but anyway, type in Sweet Potato Deep South Playlist or something. Anyway, we got a whole playlist. It'll tell you how to do them from beginning to end, each video, and you can do your own. It's not hard at all.
Somebody's saying Burpee here has them, so there's only place that they was able to find.
Richard said, Hoss Tools mentioned us last night. We didn't get to see that
I didn't get
video.
to see
We've been so busy.
I'm sitting here now about to barely hold my eyes open because I mean I woke up at before daylight this morning and we just been busting it all day long. I mean, guys, now that we're sheltering in place and we can't really go anywhere, Wanda and I have really gotten real here. Our food now.
We don't go nowhere anyways. Okay, go ahead. Our food.
We probably don't go anywhere most of the time. That's an honest answer. I mean, that's probably true.
You said now that we can't go anywhere.
Yeah. But let me just gonna stop that whole right now. Remember when we could go somewhere? I mean, really. Y'all, remember when you could just go get in your vehicle and just drive somewhere?
Mm-hmm. You know what we did today?
Don't tell them this.
Yeah.
No, baby, please don't tell them this.
Today we went and sat in my car and just sat. Just so we could sit in the car.
We just forgot what it was like. But I can honestly say Wanda has one of the best vehicles in the world. This vehicle has gotten 3 months to the tank.
Mm-hmm.
We went and filled it up the other day.
$10.
It took around $10 to fill it up. I mean, this thing.
I've got 3 months to the tank. I mean, that car's good.
It's been 3 months since we put gas in that thing. So we're getting 3 months to the tank.
Mm-hmm.
It was amazing. But today, I have to admit, we did just go sit in the car for about 5 minutes just to see what it was like because we hadn't been nowhere.
We forgot what it's like to sit in a car.
Yeah.
That was sad.
I know it was.
It was really sad,
y'all. It was sad. It was a sad moment. We were sitting here talking. I said, remember when we could just drive to town when we wanted to?
That was last week.
I know, but we didn't have to. I mean, remember when we didn't have to worry about nothing? You could just shake hands with somebody.
Remember when you could hug somebody?
If you met somebody, you go, and you could just hug them or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Not no more.
Yeah.
No.
Remember when I could go in and we could just stop by Frosty Mug and I could get me a shake?
Yep.
And I didn't have to worry about nothing?
Yep. You could stand at the window. You could prop up on anything.
I'm wondering, is Frosty Mug an essential business? Them shakes are essential, to
Uh,
life. When you think Frosty Mug's essential, it have to be.
It
right?
would have to be.
Yeah, I think so. Don't y'all?
Well,
Frosty Mug has to be essential. You got to have a shake. Got to have a shake.
Here in Mississippi, there's a lot of rules been made about what is essential and what's not essential. Now, I don't know who made these rules.
Folks, don't forget to start your car during this time. Go out, crank it. I forgot to crank it, really.
We really did forget to crank it. Whoever made the rules for Mississippi just is not very intelligent. I mean, they shut down in our county here, they shut down all the eye clinics. They shut down all the dentist offices, stuff like that. But they told the car dealerships and selling cars, you can stay open because you're an essential business.
Yeah.
Now that, to me, I know people need their car worked on if something happens.
But they're selling cars online. Okay, look, now get this. The commercials, you can go online and order your car and we will deliver it to your house.
Yeah, they got like 40 pictures of that car online. You go online and you look at it, you walk through the whole car.
This is nothing new. That's always been there.
Yeah.
But now, okay, so you order your car online and they deliver it to your house. Where you going?
Right.
You got a new car sitting in the yard, but
you can't go nowhere because you're sheltered in place.
I mean, it's that funny. It really is.
It's just sad.
Now, I'm not making fun of people that are sick.
No. We're not.
Is horrible.
We're not playing the virus down. Don't get me wrong.
We're just playing the stupid law thing down. And I get sheltered in place. I think we need to. But remember when we could do something. We could go to the grocery store and there were something on the shelf.
Well, remember when you didn't have to be 6 foot from somebody. I mean, we're actually breaking the rules right now. Because we're not 6 foot apart here. I mean, we're not social.
If we were, they wouldn't see us, one of us.
Right. We're not social distancing.
No. We should be. No. I'm okay.
And we have family who breaks the laws because they have too many people in their family. Because you can't have over 10 people in one place, and we have family that have that many people. How often do I water my potatoes? Depends on if you're talking about sweet potatoes or Irish potatoes.
Nobody has jobs. How are they going to buy cars? Exactly.
Oh, you get a $1,200 check.
Well.
Plus, if you got a child, you get another $500. So you could get $1,700 for one kid.
Well, not the kid. The $500 for the kid. $1,700.
You get $1,700 both of them if you have one kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you got 2 kids, you can get more.
That's the down payment on that car.
That's that down payment that you're wanting. Yeah.
Then next month you ain't getting a check, so where's the car note coming from? And the insurance.
Government, I guess. I mean,
most people don't think that far ahead. Arizona says the dentists are shut down there too, but you can still order fresh cut flowers at the local flower shop.
Yeah.
I mean, that's important.
We checked on the funerals here. My dad's old. He's in a convalescent home. I can't go see him. I mean, he may die. And I said, well, what do we do about a funeral? Well, we can't have a funeral. We can have a small funeral. You can have family members come in. No more
less than 10.
Less than 10, and it's got to be immediate family. But you can't hug each other. You can't cry all over each other. You got to social distance while you're in there. So that's another thing that's actually going on and happening. And remember when we could just go to Walmart? I mean, remember, this is bad, y'all. Remember several months ago, we went in there and we bought like 5 24-pack rolls of toilet paper and nobody said nothing.
Nope.
I mean, it was amazing. We were able to go in there and we rolled out a buggy with 5 24-pack rolls of toilet paper out the door and nobody said nothing.
Nobody thought anything.
Nobody thought anything about it.
We were a little wacky.
Well, they may have thought, well, they got a bad virus or something, But
this is before virus.
Nobody said nothing. And boy, those were the days. You could spend your money on what you wanted to.
But the deal was, back then, you and I bought like for 6 months or a year.
Yeah.
According. We wouldn't go back. It wasn't like we were hoarding it. I just keep a year's supply. And now, you remember when people didn't, they thought homesteaders kind of stupid.
Oh, I remember when everybody looked down on homesteaders.
Now they asked him questions.
Now they want to be one.
They want to know. They want to be a homesteader.
They want to be a homesteader. They want to be a
grow
prepper.
things.
They want to grow things. They're learning how. I want to grow something.
Yeah, and
well, it's
they're
a little late for that.
How they're asking for information. You know, I had somebody like it's been 5-6 months ago. She looked at me and she goes, "Oh, I really admire you for what you're doing. All this canning and this gardening and stuff. I admire you, but don't take me wrong, but that ain't for me. I wouldn't do that." And now they want to know how. Everybody wants to know how. So I know you guys remember when Danny hated to go to Walmart. Now he wants to go to Walmart. Remember? Remember when you hated Walmart?
Well,
he still hates Walmart.
I do still hate Walmart. I will never like Walmart. Have y'all heard about the bodies in reefer trailers in New York? Yes, I have. And there's a reason for that. Those people have the virus, and a body with the virus, they're not sure if the virus can get into the water system if they bury it. So the bodies have to be put in vaults before they can be put into the ground, or they have to be cremated. They're trying to determine what has to be done.
Yeah, and there was something just went through my mind.
Oh, well, that's one of the first signs, you know.
I don't remember what I was going to say.
Look, remember when you could buy hand sanitizer?
Yeah. You can't buy it anymore.
You can't buy it anymore. Remember, you could go online and you could order hand sanitizer and you could get it in 2 days.
Yep. Oh, I remember when you could get anything in 2 days. You can't get anything in 2 days.
You can't get nothing in 2 days now except the virus.
Yeah. No, really. I think most of the 2-day shipping has shut down. You might still get some things might come in 2 days, but most of your 2-day shipping's gone away.
It has, yeah, it has. It's all gone.
I saw something today that the postal services, all your post offices and stuff, are having a hard time keeping up. There's not enough money for things. That the postal service would be one of the first things that would start having a lot of issues.
Yeah.
And I get that because they already go through a lot of packages. And now everybody's at home and they're ordering everything. So it just doubled or tripled their load.
Yeah.
To package stuff.
Danny, do you think it's interesting that we are coming up on the week of yes, I do. I do believe it's very interesting that we're coming up on Pesach. I got my own personal beliefs about that. I mean, here we are with, well, we'll use the word Easter because that's what most people are familiar with. Easter's coming up. People want to congregate. They want to get together as family. They want the kids to hunt eggs. Oh, there's no eggs. You know why? Across the water, there's no egg cartons to put them in, so they have to throw the eggs away. I mean, so it's sad. No eggs for the kids this year.
Yeah. Somebody's mentioned you can't wear the hospital mask. Yes. The CDC is saying they want you to wear masks, but not medical masks.
Not medical masks. Not R95s. You can wear N95s, but not R95s.
All medical masks are for medical personnel only. If you're caught with a medical mask and you're not a doctor or a nurse or something, you could be in trouble.
You could be in trouble. They want to know where you got it from.
Yeah. So you have to wear other type masks. And
yeah.
So is it going to do any good? I don't know. I just hope we don't have to go anywhere because I hate putting something over my face.
Tell people how to horse trade, he said.
How to horse trade.
Yeah, that's wrong. He's telling us, tell people how to horse trade. I barter and horse trade everything.
He is the number one horse trader.
I'm like the master of horse trading. I mean, it's just unreal the stuff I come up with. I did the rain catchment system on our cabin this week. We got a video coming up on that. And I horse traded for a lot of the stuff to do that with.
Yeah, the tank came from what did we get?
The tank come from a subscriber.
Yeah, I know.
They just brought it here and dropped it off.
But didn't she's the one that took the turkeys and everything, right?
Nope.
2 different subscribers.
2 different subscribers. One took the turkeys, brought the barrels we put in.
Oh, that's right. The barrels for the
My mind went blank. Oh, I got remember when on my mind. Remember when we could think? You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Right. Okay.
No.
Great water system.
Yeah, that's it. So no, but we didn't barter for the tank. It was just given to us.
No, that was a subscriber saw we had a need for it at the cabin and brought it to us. Yes, and thank you if you're watching or see this video. Thank you so much. And, very good friends of ours. They don't live that far from us.
No, yeah, that's right. They don't. I had two people mixed up. Well, they both don't live very far from us.
No, the other one just lives in one direction, the other lives in the other direction.
Yeah. All the pipe and stuff, you had to barter for some of it, but
some of it for fittings and stuff. I bartered for the fittings.
Fittings.
Fittings. Fittings. That's why the South people say it. Fittings. Not fixing, but fittings.
Fittings. Yeah. Y'all gotta love sometimes when he says something, don't you really?
My dad was a horse trader, they said.
Yeah. Danny barters for everything.
I barter for everything.
It don't matter what it is.
I tell people right up front, money don't have to change hands with me. You just tell me if I've got something you want and I'm willing to get rid of it, or whatever we got to do. You know, I mean, I helped my neighbor clean up his property this past week and got several trees for firewood.
We were coming back from town.
Yep.
And our governor was going live. And so we had been listening to that. And so we weren't paying much attention, come down our main road. And all of a sudden, our neighbor's out with the tree on the ground. And we knew he'd had the trees taken down, and he was looking like he was cutting them up. And we were almost past his house, and Danny says, "Stop." And I just slammed on brakes. And he gets out and goes and talks to him, and they work out a deal. The neighbor was just fixing to put all that wood up for somebody to come get.
Yep.
And Danny goes, "Well, you got somebody."
You got somebody.
He says,
I'll be back.
Here, I'll take it off your hands. I'll help you do what I need to do.
Yep.
And they had his yard cleaned up in what, less than an hour?
Less than an hour. We took both of them big trees, had them all. I told him, I said, you cut them up in blocks, in 8 or 9 foot blocks for me, and I'll take my tractor, I'll come get them, and I'll bring them to my property, and we'll within an hour, hour and a half, we had his whole yard cleaned up.
Yeah. William's on here. He said, "You're welcome, Danny." Bill
Bill is there. Okay.
William, Bill.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And if it would rain, it would be awesome.
It would be awesome. We just haven't had no rain in forever. We had one little 5-minute shower last week, and it just.
But we've got a video on Monday showing how he did the rain catchment.
Yeah.
And everything. But we got to have some rain. So y'all pray that this rain that's moving through comes through tonight. We just really need it.
We are having to water every day for hours because we have no water, no rain, nothing. Our ground is like powder again. So it is what it is. What did I say?
Be right back, going to get some cornbread and milk. Another thing we forgot last Saturday, I wrote my first little story and put it up.
Yes, Miss Wanda has been putting her thoughts on paper. It's about this long. I mean, it's not. No, I'm sorry.
That was funny.
That was funny, wasn't it? I had to.
I'll give you that one.
Yeah. Oh man, no, I had to do that. You know, I had to do it. She'll probably poison me now or something.
Yeah, but it was last Saturday actually, and we forgot on the live stream to even mention it. But a thought come to me.
I'll eat a pecan on that one.
Yeah, a thought come to me called "A Time Like This" or "A Time Such as This," and so I sat down Saturday afternoon and typed it out. I let Danny read it, and I let Gemini Homestead read it, and they both said, "Hey, that's pretty good." So 3 times this week I've sat down to the next day I had a story in my head, and I had everything. We stayed at the cabin, and it was all in my head. And when we got back over here, instead of sitting down and writing it out, I don't type it out. I got busy doing something, and I didn't write anything down, and I couldn't remember it afterward. And I've tried 3 times to sit down and write, and I can't write. But it is on my Etsy store, and so if you're interested in some weird ideas and my ideas, go over to Etsy and check it out. It's called "A Time Such as This," and I hope to write more when somebody slows down just a little.
Nope.
He said we can't slow down.
Can't slow down.
I don't understand this people sheltering in place or bored. We ain't bored.
Ain't nothing bored here.
We've been home for 6 years, and we still ain't bored. We still can't catch up.
We can't get caught up. True Homestead. Now, somebody, I think it was Marshall Farms, like so far away I can't hardly see the chat, asked what variety of okra we are planting this year.
Yeah.
I'm planting the jambalaya okra. As a matter of fact, we have a video coming out Tuesday, I believe it is, talking about that okra. It's the jambalaya is one of the better okras for us, and then the Star of David. I didn't plant any Star of David this year. We mainly just went with the jambalaya okra.
Rena. I don't know what.
How often do you water your red potatoes, Nadia? I'm sorry, I've seen it 3 times. I'm gonna get it this time. About once a week. We just kind of wet the ground once a week. Now, don't saturate it, but just if it dries out, give it a little water, because potatoes don't need. Potatoes are about 80% water, but if you give them too much, they will rot in the ground.
Kay says she's prayed for us. She said, expect rain. We're going to get rain. We're going to get rain tonight. We're going to get rain. Rain.
I hope so.
We prayed for that too.
We've been waiting 3 weeks and we ain't got none.
Coach Homestead preacher said they're not bored either.
Nope.
Well, if you've got a garden, if you have to cook, if you have to clean, and things like that, you stay busy. Plus, we have animals. Yeah. And we have little projects. I mean, how many little projects have you worked on to date? I mean, besides things like tying up tomatoes, watering things.
Putting the aluminum foil around the bottoms of the squash. I mean, it takes time to go through a garden and take little pieces of aluminum foil and put it around the bottom of all your squash because of insects. You know what I mean? You're trying to ward off anything we can. And driving tomato stakes, tying tomatoes. Watering sweet potatoes.
Gosmania says it's raining at their house. Oh
what?
My! They're only like 30 minutes
from us. We can't get no rain.
Yeah,
this ain't happening.
But we did things like watering, and we have to water because it hasn't rained here. That little short rain in like 2 to 3 weeks.
It's been 3 weeks since it rained, and we've been having 85 to 90-degree heat index.
Yeah, that one rain last week was like 5 minutes long, and it was a good rain, but it was only 5 minutes. And then the wind started blowing, which just dried it all up.
Yeah. Can I plant okra in mineral tubs? How much tub I would gladly send you water from those? Yes, you can plant okra in mineral tubs. You probably don't need to put over 5 plants per tub. I wouldn't even put 5, probably 4 plants in a mineral tub. Is about all I would do.
Shay says, how is our cattle? Spoiled, rotten. Literally.
Tell
them what you had to do to Dexter today, Mr. Dexter.
Which time?
Well, I don't know. I just knew one time you said he came over to the fence.
Well, he come over to the fence. I had to put him some water in the water tub. And as I was watering him, he just come up to the fence and just leaned his head into the fence and just stood there. And I was putting water in, and he just kind of nudged me a little bit, and I was like, what are you doing? And I reached over and started petting him, and he just stretched his neck out, way to the side like that, and he just like, I was sitting there just rubbing on his back, rubbing on him, and he just loved it. I mean, they're just spoiled rotten. They want me to sit and pet them all day long.
Yeah, somebody asked, did we butcher our own animals, or do we send them to the slaughter? Both.
Both.
It's according to the size. Now we
had time frame
and time and what we've got going on.
Yeah.
We had 2 pigs that we sent to the slaughter 4 months ago.
About 4 months ago.
Something like that. Because it was 2 of them. It was going to be a lot of meat. It was hot. And we don't have a cooling down refrigerated area to store that much meat till we can get to it.
Yeah.
Now, if he kills a deer, we process it. If we kill chickens, we process. We kill rabbits, we process. So small things we can process. And if it'd been 1 pig, we could have worked on that and then done another. But when it's hot, we don't like to do anything. So if it's during the summer, we will have the slaughterhouse butcher for us.
Yeah, any warm season stuff, unless it's chickens or something. I will do chickens or turkeys or anything like that in warm weather. But anything
Southern Florida's not had any rain either. So,
yeah, it's been tough, guys. I'm literally, I got that's one reason I went ahead and put the rain catchment system in, is just in case it started raining, I wanted to be able to have some rain to be able to water something with, because Wanda and I are taking probably 30 to 35 gallons a day, twice, once in the morning, once in the evening, over to water our gardens with.
Are black-eyed lima beans the same as black-eyed peas? I've never heard of that.
I've never heard of a black-eyed lima bean.
Not heard of that.
I can't answer that because I've never heard of them. Kiss my grass.
Where's there?
Are you west? We are eastern and rain at least 3 days a week. Well, we don't get anything here. I'm sorry.
Actually, where we're at, it can rain up the road 2 miles from us and not rain here. That's how bad it gets. And because we're on the backside of a hill, like a high hill,
yeah,
and the rain can be coming toward us, and it just kind of breaks up and goes around us, and we're on the backside. So it goes around and comes around. We don't necessarily always get the rain. We get some, but it will break up most time. And so it's kind of weird. A Las Vegas storm coming. Well, we need a good storm, but not tornadic storm.
We don't need no strong wind blowing. We just need a good gentle rain for about 5 hours. You know.
I'm not sure what somebody's Elephant Cruise says. Sorry, had to ask. Hard to find good channels now. I don't know what he asked. You'd have to. I guess the people answered it or something.
Yeah, somebody may have answered it because I'm sitting so far away from it I can barely see
North Star said they had an ice storm 2 days ago.
Wow.
Wow. I know Colorado
had snow because we got friends there and we saw where it snowed.
And I think Missouri, Brenda Duncan, I think said they had snow, if I remember correctly, or at least it was cold. I don't know about snow. It was very cold there.
Yeah, so
we only have 3 likes, really?
Wow.
Okay. It says 150 something on mine.
Yeah, we show 155 on ours.
I can't see how many people unless I move stuff, and Danny don't like me moving stuff.
Can I plant peas early or need to wait till last frost? If you're talking about English peas, you can plant English peas way before the last frost. The only part of the plant that can't take a frost is actually the bloom or the peas. The plant can take it without any problem. The blooms and the peas themselves don't need to be frosted on or freezing.
Yeah.
But now if you're talking about field peas, you got to wait till there's no frost.
Yeah. We plan on planting field peas later. We're going to take and get our cool weather peas out and stuff and then do the field peas afterward. We rotate because we have a longer season. Did I miss the announcement
of 100,000 subscribers? No,
yes,
we did that. That was last week.
No, that's about a month ago.
Oh, it was about a month ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, because we're at 104
We're 104 now. I think.
Yes, we did do that. We did a live giveaway, I think.
Yeah.
Kinfolk Farm of Georgia. Hello. Okay.
Yeah. But anyway.
What?
Remember when we could just do what we wanted to? You know, we weren't told we had to stay home.
Yeah. And we weren't told that we couldn't buy more than 1 or 2 items.
Right. We weren't rationed.
Told that we had to have a piece of paper that was essential to go
That's
somewhere.
the key thing. Remember when we could go somewhere without a piece of paper that said we had the right to? It's almost like communism.
It almost is. I'm telling you.
It just, remember, we were sitting back today just talking about, remember when we could do this, or remember when we could do that.
Yeah.
Remember when we could just walk by and say hello to somebody? You didn't have to worry about, whoa, you know, I'm sorry, I was closer than 6 feet.
Yeah.
You know, you're standing in a line, somebody, don't breathe on me. Who is that? Ron?
Putting you in the next book draft cover coming. Oh my goodness.
Oh my word.
Y'all, Ron is so funny.
He is. He's a great guy, though.
We get a laugh. He's always posting things on his page. He has I think is it called Ron Foster on Facebook? If you don't know, join it. He puts up newscasts and stuff like that, but he puts up these memes every now and then. It's kind of funny. And he's always sending me these little things and asking questions stuff. He mentioned us I think he's mentioning us in his next book, so it's going to be funny to see what he comes up with the cover.
It is.
I'm reading on one of his now, and I think it's the shaking in his boots. I forgot what. No, this is the one I'm reading. Ron Foster, Sharecropping the Apocalypse. It fits with this time of day and time, guys.
It does. It really goes along well with what we're facing today.
Y'all don't even want to know. These people, he writes these stories, and he has like 60-something books. And I don't know how he writes so fast. I had trouble, Ron, writing that one little thing I put up on Etsy. It took me, a couple of hours and 2-3 hours to do about 2 pages, 3 pages, because the thoughts would come, and then I have to sit and think a few minutes, and something else would come, and so then I have to have a subject, and I have to put it all together, and I have to keep bringing everything to the subject, and I'll start typing something out, and then I'll throw it away. This man seems to write a book at a drop of a hat. I don't know how he does it, but
well,
he's got more.
He's an artist, that's why.
That's it.
An author, not an artist, an author. Yeah.
But he knows how to put the story together. He sees in people. He makes you know the people. Lou's read some of his books, and some of the others in the chat have read books that he's wrote. And he makes you see the people. You know people like his characters. Believe me, you know people like these.
Yeah.
That's what's funny. Because, I can be reading his book, and I go, oh, that's like so-and-so. You really do. So check out Ron Foster. And when he gets the next book, we'll be talking about it. I still got books to give away. Should we give away a book? You want to give away another one?
We can't mail it.
I can't mail it, but they can get it shortly. In
about
it depends
3
on. Weeks.
I think no. Just wait.
Okay, we'll give away some more books when
we'll give away some more books when we can go to the mailbox.
Because I got some more to give away. I want to do a Ron Foster giveaway again. All right, through my kitchen window. Hello.
Hello. Good to see you, girl.
Danny,
why do you talk about global warming when God promised all seasons the global warming is fallacy or something like that? I never talk about global warming. I don't say anything about global warming. I've talked about the grand solar minimum,
which is totally different.
Which is totally different than I don't even believe in global warming. I don't even. That's all. Global warming is about carbon credits. It has nothing to do with anything other than taxes. I am not a believer of global warming. Never have been. Never have said that I was. So I don't know where that come from. But I do believe in the grand solar minimum because it happens every 400 years. It's a thing that the sun goes to sleep. The history has proven that since the beginning of time. You can go back and just look. We go through a 2,000-year cycle, a 400-year cycle. So
Mark says, what is the temperature in the greenhouse? With
today
the shade cloth, it got up to
70. No, it got up to 77 today.
I think it got up to 82 because I was in there. It was on 82. We'll look tomorrow.
I just checked. I always check the thing, and it said 77.
But you were in the late evening.
No, I checked the history on it.
Oh, well, I thought it got up over 80, like 80 or 82. But it was not hot at all. It felt good. It was comfortable. And that was around lunchtime. Remember, I went out there right around lunch.
Yeah.
So.
Somebody's asking, when are we going to the mailbox?
That's an iffy.
That's an iffy thing. We're at a shelter in place. Only essential people are supposed to be out driving. So.
Rita, she's the one. Rita, are you the one that sent me something?
She said she sent us something. It's supposed to be in here Monday. All
right, Rita's the one I just got that package. Remember?
Oh, it was.
It
went to the wrong place, Rita.
And we did get it. I sent you a message. Check your emails. Because I have a question. So, Rita, email me at deepsouthhomestead@gmail.com, please. I think that's the one. I'm pretty sure that I got at the right. It went to the community center, not to our house or the post office box.
Let's see here.
And Sabrina, searching Sabrina was sick with this virus or some type of virus. I won't say it was the virus. It was a virus. Let's straighten that one out. And she's getting a little better. Miss Lippy from Gemini Homestead was sick with a virus, not the virus.
Right.
And she's getting better. Both of them were very sick ladies, I do believe, and they're starting to pull through and do pretty good. So, yeah,
Okay.
solar minimums and solar maximums are nothing new.
They're not anything new. That's just that's
It's a
history.
cycle.
It's a cycle. You watch it. Empires fall. Empires rise. I mean, crops die out. Famine happens. Things like that happen during these things. There's nothing new. Study your history. Look at the times that they happened. Look what happened to nations when it happened. Food shortages, viral outbreaks. I explain a lot of this on Patreon about what happens whenever we go through a grand solar minimum, about how that the ultraviolet lights affects everything, both plant growth, viral infections, all this type of stuff. I talk about all that on Patreon.
What is our favorite field pea to plant?
Oh, that depends on who you are.
I like the pink-eyed purple hulls,
Yeah.
but I like a Crowder pea, and I like lady peas, but I like the little. They were little bitty green lady peas. We planted lady peas last year, but they were a brown pea.
They were a different kind. They were good,
but they were not the pea I was used to.
Right.
So I like a variety. I like the red rippers. They did well. And to me, I told Danny I used them in place of red beans, the red rippers in a soup, and it was really good. Most people wouldn't even know that it wasn't a red bean, that it was a pea, actually, right?
Right.
So, do you have a place to build a small pond?
Yes. I just need about $8,000.
We got to have the money for a pond. It ain't happening yet. We got to finish a few things.
What things are you growing that you normally don't grow? Nothing.
Well, we've got.
We growing everything we normally grow.
Yeah, but we're growing more variety.
We're just growing more varieties of what we normally grow.
Yeah, probably.
But we're not growing anything we don't normally grow. We can't waste the time this year.
Somebody said they planted red rippers from us, and they were awesome. Mimsy says,
I understand, Mimsy, and that is what I do.
Illness or sickness. YouTube is clamping down on channels for the use of the actual name in chats. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Don't say what it is.
I always just call it the sickness or the illness.
Or a virus. You can't say much more than that, and they'll start. And you can't talk about anything that will help. Just,
Right. You can't talk about anything that actually will work for it.
We are building a greenhouse out of pallets and panels. That's Prairie Girl.
When is the best time to put in green beans? Now, if you're down south.
North Star says his daughter is a nurse and is headed to New York City to help. They are having a lot of issues.
What happened to rattlesnake green beans? Nothing. We've got ours is up about that tall. Matter of fact, I'll be putting a trellis system up here very soon.
Elephant Crew says, Danny.
Have you ever tried Little Marble? That's the only variety we plant is Little Marble. It is the best English pea, the heaviest producing one we found.
Do we grow ginger? Yes.
Yes.
My ginger usually overwinters in the ground, my ginger and turmeric, and it usually just pops up the next year. And so I won't know until it just starts popping up. I do have some turmeric in the greenhouse in a pot, and I've got ginger, I think, just kind of dried, ready to go back in the ground.
Do we ever grow blue potatoes? Yes, we have 2 different varieties of blue potatoes in the ground now.
And they're looking beautiful.
They are beautiful. They're almost up to my waist high.
Yeah. So we've got blue potatoes, red potatoes, and white potatoes. So we got red, white, and blue potatoes. I'm going to do some kind of meal one day with red, white, and blue potatoes. I'm going to do a patriotic meal. Doesn't that sound good?
Yeah. Who's that? Charlotte. Charlotte says her rattlesnake beans are up. Ours come up within 2 days. They just popped right out of the ground. I mean, them things was raring to go.
Do we water it?
Have I ever planted North Carolina long greasy beans? I have some greasy beans. I got them from Jared. Flutie Lick. He sent me some. I technically haven't planted them yet. because I only have a very few, I would like to plant them where I know I can save the seed from them.
Somebody asked, what is a good place to get heirloom seeds for the South? Hoss Tools.
Hoss Tool.
Check out our link in the description
There's a
below.
link down below. Go down and check it.
Order from them, and you mentioned Deep South, they send you a free packet of Amish paste tomato seeds.
Yep, you get free Amish paste.
Was the Dixie butter pea?
But you planted last year, and did you like it? It was a Dixie butter pea. Yes, it was a red Dixie butter pea. The red speckled Dixie butter pea.
Yeah.
And we literally loved it. That thing produced, I'm telling you.
How are our new trees doing?
Doing great. Some of them actually already have fruit on them.
What will we make for Easter?
Nothing.
We probably won't do anything special. Danny and I don't really do a whole lot.
I don't do holidays.
Every once in a while we go to my mom's, but this year, since we really can't travel, we won't be going anywhere. And I guess it'll just be me and him, and we'll just eat normally. We don't, I mean, unless I get really wanting to cook, that ain't happening.
Somebody said, do we grow comfrey? Yes, we grow block 15 comfrey because it grows from a root and not seed. Do we grow ginger? Yes, we grow ginger, but we are not able to ship anything right now, so we're not selling any ginger.
No. If I do ginger, it would be in the fall anyway. It wouldn't be this time of the
year. Do y'all plant mostly heirloom or hybrid seeds? We have both, but we're moving more toward hybrids right now because of the grand solar minimum that we're in. The insect population is becoming very horrendous. So we're looking for varieties that are very disease and insect resistant.
Lady cream peas, that's what I'm talking about. Dana's talking, they were called lady cream peas. They were little bitty green peas, but they turned a touch white, I think, if they were left on a little longer. Those are the best peas ever. And they're not very hard to shell either. I mean, some people just don't like shelling peas. Contender bush beans, I think, sprout from a sidewalk crack. Well,
one person here says they've not been able to grow green beans for 2 years. They said they're beautiful plants, but there's this beautiful plants full of blooms, but the blooms just fall off. You probably have a phosphorus issue more than likely. Because that happens a lot of times with the phosphorus issue.
Ours just ain't wanting to come up and do anything. This is the 3rd year we've had.
Mr. Danny, when planting sweet potatoes in ground, how long to get slips? Takes about 4 weeks to get slips once you put the potatoes in the ground. And the ground has to be 70 degrees or it will not make slips.
We don't have any turmeric for sale. And then Dawn's asking about comfrey. Check with Old Alabama Gardener.
Mr. Charles.
Mr. Charles usually has some. If he does, he will sell you some. Just on YouTube, look up Old Alabama Gardener and tell him Deep South sent you over that you're looking for some comfrey. That's where we got our start.
Two of my kitchen windows says they're having to self-pollinate because they don't have many bees. We're doing a lot of self-pollinating ourselves.
Does anyone know what the name is of the homesteader that lived in a tiny house for a while in the South? They moved to Maine, lost track of them.
There was a Lori family homestead. They took their channel down. They took everything about themselves down. They don't want to be messed with.
Yeah, they went to Maine.
They went to Maine.
Yes.
We all must come together and fast and pray on the Passover on April. Day night. Yes. I ordered my comfrey last year on Amazon. Okay.
The lady cream peas, I don't know. I have not seen them in years. And somebody sent me lady peas, but they're not the cream peas. Mine are a brown pea.
Right.
When they came on and started getting ready, they turned a real dark brown like field peas. So there must be 2 different kinds of lady peas.
What?
I just pulled a tick off me. Now I have Lyme with my corona.
With my corona.
No. Do we have honeybees? No. We have neighbors that have honeybees. We had them for a while, but since we built the cabin and stuff, we can't have bees.
What organic item can I use to increase the potassium? You said to set the flowers. You can use wood ashes as long as they're hardwood ashes and not pine.
A wound care doctor just told Michelle about the benefits of a comfrey poultice. Yes.
Yes, comfrey is very good for wound care.
So is
honey. So is yarrow.
yarrow.
So there's lots of things.
If you've got a good, either something like comfrey or yarrow in your yard, then you're good to have something for wound care. Those two are very good.
Herbs are very essential.
I mean, this is a time that you should be checking into herbs, looking up herb books. I know Ron has one, even in this book, Sharecropping the Apocalypse. It talks about different plants, different herbs, different things. These type books are the type things you want, is something that tells you what they're good for, how to use them, because Ron goes into details on down to the person actually making something, how they apply it, what they do with it, and everything. These type books are essential, and you learn from it, and y'all need to be having herbs in your yard. That's something that's a positive plus for anybody.
Day Night says, do you collect seeds from your peppers to reseed? Yes. We do collect our own pepper seeds. Use Danny's Cherokee squash.
Cherokee tan pumpkins.
Cherokee tan pumpkins. Now, them things are fantastic.
We've got several growing. We've got one in the greenhouse that has a little pumpkin about yay big.
Yeah.
If it doesn't get, that's not the new greenhouse, the old one. And if it doesn't get too hot and do something, that thing's run, how long is it?
Oh, gosh, it's already 20 feet.
Yeah, the whole vine is
because it's already the length of the greenhouse.
Just
okay, what's the best laying hens for the South Mississippi area? What's our ones? We got ISA Brown.
Yeah, but any of them will lay.
Any of them will lay good. I mean, the Rhode Island Reds are good. We just chose the ISA Brown because they were supposed to be a better egg layer, and they have been fantastic.
Yeah. Does it
matter what type of yarrow? No.
I don't think so. Yellow root is good for flu. Okay. I'm trying to add to my herb garden. Well, the essentials for me would be a good garlic. You need a good onion of some sort.
Good multiplying onion.
I would say if you can get it, comfrey and yarrow. Rosemary is a plus.
Yeah.
Thyme. Rosemary and thyme you can cook with, plus they have benefits. What else have I got? Oregano. You want oregano.
You want oregano.
Believe me, you want oregano. Look up the benefits.
Thyme.
Benefits of oregano. Oregano would be top. It's not just for spaghetti.
It's used lots, and I don't know if you have a recipe for Cherokee tans.
Yes, we have several videos that show how to do Cherokee tans. We have a Cherokee tan playlist, I think. We've made Cherokee tan pumpkins sweet. We've made them savory. We've put meat in them. We've put sweets in them. So I do have some recipes and videos.
When do you plant pumpkins? After danger of all frost is gone. When do you plan on getting a new dog to help around the homestead? We're not getting a dog anymore. We've had bad luck with dogs. My neighbor's got barking dogs that I literally hate. So,
when Hank disappeared and just kept running into the wild blue yonder and didn't come back. That's it.
That's it. We're not fooling with dogs
no more.
We
want calm. We want easy.
Now, it's quiet. It's peaceful, except for the aggravating neighbors.
And 3 or 4 of my chickens is giving us fits.
Yeah, but
I've got egg eaters, and then when they get out, I've got 2 to 3 that decide that they don't want to go back in, and we have to chase them. All the others just follow me like little puppies. They go in, but 2 or 3 of my hens is giving me fits. They're gonna learn. They're doing all right, but it's crazy.
Well, their day will come. I mean, you know.
Yeah, because we got little ones.
We got new ones coming on.
Yes. Where can you find the multiplying onions? Right now, I don't know. We don't have enough to start doing anything with. We are going to take ours, multiply them, and make more, and maybe next year. We'll see by next year. Rosemary, thyme, sage. Sage is the other one. Yeah. I would say sage. Rosemary, thyme, and sage. Um, how about a nice goose? No, I really thought about
Nope,
a
don't want
peacock.
no goose. No, ain't have no peacock
I
either.
thought about a peacock just for
No.
about 5 minutes, just long enough to make everybody around here hear it. Yeah, oregano oil is really good. Um, Charlotte says she still has
let's look at that. She's still
4.
got 4 Cherokee tan pumpkins left to eat. Look, if you cut that stem long enough on that Cherokee tan, cut it right at the vine as long as you can get it. Them things, Wanda and I had one that lasted a full year.
What is a better cream pea, the Texas or zipper? I like the zipper creams.
Wanda likes the zipper cream.
No, I really do. I was raised on the zipper creams, so I like them.
Yeah.
Night, Lippy. She said her signal's really bad, or ours may be.
It's
really
probably
bad.
ours. We got weather moving in. I'm sitting here looking at, the router in yonder is going haywire.
Yeah. So it's 9 o'clock anyway.
It is. It's after 9. Yeah.
But
so
guys, my thoughts for remember when, I don't know if things would ever go back to exactly the way it is or was, but things will get better. They will start leveling out probably within 3 to 4 weeks, but who knows?
I'm looking for it to be a little longer than that.
It's going to be at least that long.
You can't.
That's a minimum.
You can't shut a nation down.
Yeah.
And then just restart it all of a sudden, because people have to be able to go back to work. Factories have to begin to make stuff again.
Yeah.
Then they have to be able to get it to their suppliers. The suppliers have to be able to put it back online. Like our greenhouse place, Grower Solutions has shut down everything except for a few personnel because they can't get parts to build the greenhouses. I mean, so you gotta. It just takes time to get the engine rolling again. So I'm looking at probably summertime before. Probably be mid-June, I'm thinking, before we can actually get up and get things rolling again. That is, if everything goes right. Because if it don't, we're in a downward spiral. There's no way to come out of it.
Mark asked, are we putting water and lights in the greenhouse? That's the plan. We're going to start working on that. That's one of the projects coming up. I just don't know if it's this week. Probably, knowing Danny, probably.
Country Homestead Preacher said they had fire ants by their onion bed. Said they poured boiling water over it, torched it, the whole bed. They're still alive. The southern ants are horrible. Actually, there's 2 different kinds of southern fire ants. There's the red ones and there's the imported ones. The imported ones are the worst. They are almost like from hell. I mean, them things are just mean and bad.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
My cousin 3 large cans of Lysol.
Lysol, yeah. Okay, guys, we fixing to have to get off. We still got a lot of stuff to do tonight. We're going to go ahead and pray. We just need to remember our country. Yeah. Remember those that are out of work, those that don't have food to eat because they weren't smart enough to prepare, or didn't believe in preparing or whatever. They didn't believe that an LCE could actually happen. And, it's not, I think about the kids. Mm-hmm. Because it's not the kids' fault. It's the parents' fault. And that just bothers me to think that there's kids out there that don't have anything to eat.
Yeah.
And there's nothing I can do about it. But it's the irresponsibility of adults. And hopefully, when this is all said and done, people will at least learn some lessons about stocking up. I guess if there's anything, I hope that's what they learn.
At least to have, the average person should have a month's supply any time of the week.
You should always have a month minimum
of some stuff because of job loss, sickness. Bad weather. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Whatever. That should be a minimum, and we're hoping that everybody will learn that from this point forward, and just pray that things do work out. But I really think 3 weeks is a minimum, because we're shut down for 3 weeks.
We're shut down for 3 weeks here, yeah.
And
unless they decide to extend it.
Yeah, and I've seen other states that are going on into May, and one state even to June.
Yeah.
And I don't remember which state, but when I saw that they were going till June, I was thinking, wow, they've put themselves way out there. And for them to start homeschooling kids or doing the schooling over the internet and things like that, I really look for them to shut most schools down till the fall.
Till fall. I
Yeah.
probably figure that most schools won't even go
And
back.
I even saw somebody saying they thought that they might have a vaccination ready by the fall, that all kids have to have that before
they can go back to school. And
so
please
that'll be a mandatory.
Don't give your kids a vaccine. Please, just don't do it.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to say it.
So,
But anyway, we will be able to buy a new house with their land this year?
I don't know. They're selling cars.
They're still selling cars. I mean, it's not a problem to get money. As a matter of fact, right now you can get money really easy.
And I think Danny's daughter is a realtor, and I think she's still.
She's still rolling.
Still going.
They're not having a problem. I mean,
I'm not sure how much she's showing or if she's sending pictures and telling people to go look or how they're doing that, but I'm pretty sure most things are still happening.
People are still buying homes.
If you find the perfect place and you have the money or the loan or whatever, and say go for it if they'll still let you do it.
Yeah. I mean, right now, does Hoss Tools ship seeds to P.O. boxes? Yes.
I think so.
They'll ship a seed anywhere.
It should.
Unless your P.O. box just don't accept those kind of things. I mean, ours does. You can ship anything to our P.O. box. They don't care.
All right, guys. So we're gonna get through. And let me tell them this. Porch Time this time is going to be a twofer.
It's a 2-part series.
Somebody went really long.
I went really long and Ms. Wanda got on to me. So I said, well,
it was really okay, but I had to stop it at some point and then do a second one. So y'all going to get Tuesday and Wednesday.
You get a double treat this week.
It's just a different Porch Time like you did last time. It's different. But you're going to get 2 days of it.
Yeah.
So just be prepared for 2 days of Porch Time. And y'all probably, if you're not getting the notifications, just check with us on Tuesday morning. We always have Porch Time up on Tuesday morning. Very seldom have we ever not had Porch Time up.
Right.
All right. So you guys put up your prayer requests. We want to pray for those that have been sick. Some of those that are still sick. Pray for our country. Pray for the people that are the doctors, the nurses, all the healthcare, people that work in nursing homes.
Yeah.
And things like this. This is all new for them that are having to deal with that. And
yes.
It is something that will be with them forever. Believe me.
Yeah. And let me tell you something, if you end up with this virus damages your T cells. It will always be in your body. It's not like a bacteria. It doesn't leave. It's kind of like when you had the chicken pox. It's forever locked in your body somewhere, the virus is, so try to take care of yourself so that you do not get this virus.
Yeah. And for the next couple of weeks, the simple thing is just don't go anywhere unless you have to. Some of you have to work because you are essentials. Some of you do have to go out to get groceries, but one person go. Make sure you're well taken care of when you go. And just let this thing ride. If we'd have done this 4 weeks ago when they asked us to, we wouldn't be in this situation now. But just like our state. They didn't want to say anything.
Right.
And then when our governor says, oh, everything's okay, then he has to go back and say, okay, we kind of need to do this. Even this week, he put in, as of Friday night, we are shelter in place. But then he turns around the next day and says, well, you can go do everything you're used to doing except going to a park and kids' activities and and stuff like that. So he pretty much told everybody, you don't have to stay home, even though I said you have to stay home. Go do what you want to do, except for large gatherings over 10 people.
Yeah.
That was it. I mean, kind of crazy.
Okay. We got to pray where we can get these people off of here tonight and we can all
Law
get to bed.
enforcement, that's the other one.
Yeah. Father, we're thankful that you've been good to us. Say so many of us here tonight, Lord, haven't seen anybody in the chat yet say that they have the virus, Father, and that's a blessing. And I pray that you put a hedge over each and every one of the people in the chat here tonight and their families, Father, and keep them out of harm's way. And Father, keep the virus away from them and help them that they'll all be safe and their whole household will be safe and be immune to anything that comes near them. Lord, I pray for our country, and I ask that you lift your hand or stay your hand, Father, from the evil that's come upon us here, and help us to recover and to be able to get back to our normal routines. But Father, if that's not the case, then I pray that you give each and every one of us the means that we need to be able to survive for a very lengthy period of time, Father. Make things available to us. Raise up people to bless us, Father, if at all necessary. And Lord, we're so thankful that you've been good to us for all the years that you have now. And I pray that, Lord, if there's anyone here tonight that's sick or has family members that's sick or going through cancer or any other kind of sickness, Lord, maybe they're just loss of a spouse. Father, there's so many things we could talk about here tonight. People who's losing their homes, their land, needing somewhere to live. Parents, Father, there's so many areas that we want to pray for here tonight. We just ask that you cover all these areas that people request, meet their needs, Father, and just most of all, keep them safe during these unsettled times in our country. And I pray that you'll provide food, shelter, and clothing for each and every one in our chat here tonight, Lord, and their families. If they have to go to work, Father, then protect them and keep them away from any of the evil or the sickness that comes upon anyone. And Father, I just ask that you just give us Psalm 91, Father, where you said you'll shelter us under your wings like a mother hen does her chicks, Father. You'll protect us, and lest at any moment we dash our foot against a stone, you're there. You'll give your angels charge over us to deliver us up, Father. Lord, these are things that we all desire, that you would grant us the blessings of obedience and the fruits of the Spirit, Father, and financial resources to be able to have the things that we need during these uncertain times. So go with us tonight. Help us to all rest comfortable. Lord, if there's any weather out there that's threatening anyone, I pray that you'll protect them from that. Send the gentle rain, Lord, over our land so that we can grow and produce the things that we need now. Bless our crops. Bless our animals, and bless our trees that we use for fruit. We ask these things in thy name. Amen. Okay. All right.
I'm just reading the last of the comments. Somebody's saying wear a mask and gloves.
Yeah, we do that already.
I haven't worn a mask yet because we've not seen anybody or heard of anybody in our town. We've heard somebody say they knew somebody in the town,
Yeah.
but we've not seen anybody or heard anybody specifically say they or anybody around them have it. And so we still have not been going to town except to the hardware
Went
store.
to the hardware store.
And we went to the post office at the first of the week.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're just kind of staying put. That was the first times we gotten out, and probably the last time for this next week. So guys, y'all be safe, and remember when things were a little simpler.
Remember when things used to just be normal, because there's a really good possibility that we're facing a new normal. Now, I want y'all to understand something. Those of you who've traveled around the world, those of you who've been in the military or served in foreign countries, what we're facing in America right now is a normal life for people in foreign countries. It's just a normal life for them. It's unusual for us because we've been blessed by God.
But it's different when you can't do what you're normally used to doing, and you have to adapt.
Yes.
Danny's biggest thing is adapt.
First of all, you have to assess the situation. You adapt to the situation, and then you overcome the situation.
Yeah. So that's what we're at. We're assessing the situation. Over the next 2 to 3 weeks, we'll see what happens and figure out what we got to do.
And then we will adapt.
And we'll adapt. We'll make it through.
And we will overcome.
We will overcome.
We will. We always do.
We are going to raise our food. We're going to have our stash. We're going to be doing what we need to do. And we hope that everybody else is too. And we hope to see you next weekend if nothing happens. We will have videos up during the week if nothing happens. That's all we can say.
You have to hang in there with us because technically right now YouTube is not really paying anything.
Yeah, they kind of.
Because there is not hardly any ads. And what ads are out there are very minimal.
And they're awful.
They're awful. They're horrible ads, a lot of them.
Some of the ads that I saw, and this wasn't on ours, but because I don't know what ads pop up on ours. But this was a homesteading channel I went to, and the ad was so vulgar and ugly. And they have no control over it, like we have no control over it. So the ads they're putting on some of our stuff will turn our subscribers off.
Yeah.
I mean, if you come to our channel and we've got this weird, vulgar ad, you're not going to like it. And we have no control over that. So anything that pops up, we don't have any way to say no other than say no ads. So, but they're just putting little weird ads. There's nobody paying any money.
Nobody is working, so they're not putting up any ads for their companies.
So these, there's people aren't going to the movie theaters and stuff like that. So there's no movie things.
There's no movie things coming. No trailers. No nothing coming up. It's just it's horrible.
All right, so I guess we'll see y'all next week and on live. And Danny might pop up live. You did go. No, you didn't go live on Patreon this week.
No, I shot the video live, but we
had it private.
We had it private, yeah.
And then I put it up. So he may go again. Ashton, thank you. I'm hoping you got. Yeah, she did. She got her cookbook and stuff.
Yeah.
She sent me her. She got the cookbook and all. So that was good. So guys, we hope that you guys are safe. You take this thing seriously, ride it out, and we will talk to you guys next week.
Bye.